Tomorrow marks the beginning of the 9th year of the war in Afghanistan. Gosh, I wonder what the CBO score was on that. There goes your health care, right? And President Obama is still weighing his strategy options. He met with members of Congress from both sides of the aisle this afternoon, which is something new for the White House, and because the Bush White House never did that. And tomorrow he'll hold his third Afghanistan strategy session with his national security team. A lot of folks think that time is running out. Sunday was the deadliest day for our troops in Afghanistan in more than a year. We need a decision. Get your cell phones out, folks. I want to know what you think about this. Is President Obama taking too long to make a decision about troops in Afghanistan? Is he taking too long to make this decision? Text A for yes, B for no to 622-639. We'll bring you the results later on in the show. Joining me now is filmmaker and political activist Robert Greenwald. Robert is also the director of Brave New Films. Mr. Greenwald, good to have you on tonight. Where's the country on this, in your opinion? You've been around the country. You've done a lot of public speaking. You've interviewed a lot of people. Where's the country on this?
Well, the country has moved pretty radically and significantly, Ed, in the last few months. When we started our work on rethinking Afghanistan in January, the country pretty much was with the president. Maybe it was the right war, but they weren't really focused on it. Now, my experience, as we have hundreds of screenings of Rethink Afghanistan.
600, I might add.
600, thank you. Yeah. Got the right number.
Well, you weren't expecting that many. I don't mean to interrupt you. You weren't expecting that many. I mean, the interest is peaking on this, and you think the country is not with a troop increase?
No, they're definitely not with the troop increase. The polls are showing that. The incidents of people emailing and writing and calling. But also, Ed, it's solid common sense. I mean, the country's so ahead of the elected officials. What is sending more troops going to do to solve a problem that is not a military problem? People don't have jobs.
Yeah, today the president, you're right on that. Today the president met with leaders from both sides of the aisle, and they came out and said there's 4 concerns here. Security, governance, reconstruction, and diplomacy. Well, violence is up 60% from last year as far as security goes. Governance, we don't know where Karzai in the election is. Reconstruction, is that another term for nation building? And diplomacy. Now, where do we stand based on your experience as a journalist covering all this?
Well, where we stand is pretty sad right now and almost tragic. We're trying to solve it with more and more troops. We're not sending over teachers. We're not sending over doctors. And, Ed, when you go to Afghanistan, the 3rd poorest country in the world, they don't have jobs. People are not eating. And the thought that we're occupying that country makes no sense. It's also not helping our security, and that's the justification. The CIA and ex-CIA and others have made it very clear that occupying that country is going to hurt our security.
Okay, and you draw a comparison. I said in the lead here, there goes your money for health care reform. You do that in Rethink Afghanistan. Here it is.
In Alabama, that state will pay through fiscal year 2009 $1,695 million for the U.S. war in Afghanistan. All of these people in Alabama, plus 200,000 more, could have full health care coverage for 1 year for what Alabama will pay for the U.S. war in Afghanistan.
That is very profound. Is that what's connecting with Americans right now, you think, Robert?
It's definitely starting to. They're realizing more and more how expensive this will be. Hundreds of billions of dollars that aren't providing jobs, aren't providing homes, and aren't helping keep us safer, Ed. Again, it's an important point. People will pay for security. This is not a policy that's going to make us more secure. Every time we kill an innocent person, every time we occupy a village, it's actually recruiting terrorists. And as the Carnegie report said, the single biggest reason for the resurgence of the Taliban? Foreign troops. Think about that.
Mr. Greenwald, great to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate your time.